Hello there, you're watching Bizworld. Malaysia's new vehicle sales are expected to be sustainable post-sales and service tax SST exemption period. Kenanga Research believes order cancellations as a result of the government's decision not to extend the SST exemption would be minimal, as the demand would still outweigh the supply. This was due to the massive backlogged orders accumulated since last year, coupled with the government's commitment to absorb the SST for orders before June 30th, along with the Road Transport Department registration before March 31st next year. Kenanga Research forecasts 18% growth in total industry volume to 600,000 units this year. With the expected big rush for passenger vehicle orders leading up to June 30th, the automotive sector could see a rise in speculative bookings and cancellations for the following months. According to Maybank Investment Bank, this in turn will be a disservice to the car salesmen and showroom players.
Just shoot up tremendously come June, and come July onwards, the numbers will be extremely low. And apart from that, this could lead to cancellations in the following months because these deposits are refundable. So this could skew the number of vehicle sales and also actual bookings overall. So all in all, we think that if the policymakers were to further fine-tune the SST, it will basically be a greater positive to the industries.
Overall, Liao said SST holidays have proven to be a popular and wise plan in terms of driving sales up. Besides that, he also pointed out that loss of SST holidays is more than compensated by the excise duties and import duties gained by the government. Malaysia's productivity growth rebounded to 1.8% or more than 90,000 ringgit per person last year, from 89,106 ringgit per person in 2020. Deputy International Trade and Industry Minister Datuk Lim Pan Hong said this showed a tremendous awakening from the slow economic bumps due to the impact of the pandemic, even though the country had yet to return to its pre-pandemic productivity performance.
The overall growth of subsectors under the 9 productivity nexus has rebounded to the average of 3.3% from minus 5.1% in 2020. All the subsectors registered positive growth except for the retail and food and beverages, tourism and professional services.
The electrical and electronics subsector registered the highest annual productivity growth of 12% due to the increasing global demand for E&E components. The chemical products and machinery and equipment subsectors also recorded a tremendous increase in productivity growth at 10.3% and 9% respectively. The Employees Provident Fund, EPF, recorded total investment income of 15.85 billion ringgit for the first quarter this year. It was lower than the 19.29 billion ringgit recorded in the corresponding quarter in 2021, driven by a significant decline in worldwide markets. Its Chief Executive Officer, Datuk Sri Amir Hamzah Aizan, said the pension fund had a strong start in the earliest part of the first quarter. The situation, however, took a turn as global markets suffered a decline, causing lower returns in bonds and equities throughout the remaining quarter. During the quarter under review, equities contributed 10.46 billion ringgit in income, accounting for 66% of total gross investment income. As of March 2022, the EPF's overall investment asset grew to 1.02 trillion ringgit, of which 37% was invested in overseas investments. EPF's overseas investments also generated 8.23 billion ringgit in income, representing 52% of the total gross investment income recorded. Selangor Information Technology and Digital Economy Corporation, SIDEC, is targeting to receive 250 submissions and hit a total sale of 20 million ringgit for the latest edition of Top E-Commerce Merchant Top ECM Awards. According to its Chief Executive Officer, Yong Kai Ping, the award seeks to reward the most successful, creative and innovative homegrown e-commerce merchants.
Say 7 years ago, with just 60 participants, and then we increased to 181 participants to 200 plus participants, and finally we are generating 47 million ringgit last year from the sales.
The award is also in line with SIDEC's plan of action to further uplift and strengthen the country's e-commerce ecosystem. That's all the time we have for Bizworld. I'm Nadia Azmi. Thank you for investing your time with us.